morning all present here. Honorable Dean, Dr. Deepa Natarajan ma'am, my colleagues and my record students. Myself, Dr. M. Samshit Begum, welcome you all to the second national conference on theme Digital Transformation in Pharmaceutical Sciences. Now, I request you all to stand up for Tamil Nadu. Now I invite our Dean Ma'am, Professor Dr. Deepa Natarajan, to address the gatherings. Ma'am, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
So I'm happy to start the national conference 2 of the Department of Pharmaceutics entitled Digital Transformation in Pharmaceutical Sciences. How digital transformation is important is every phase, wherever you take, whatever department you take, whether it is an engineering or an arts and science, or even a normal day-to-day life, without digital upgradation, living in 2K plus years, in forthcoming years, is going to become a very difficult scenario for us to meet out the requirement of every individual as such. So pharmaceutically, the responsibility is even more when compared to the digital transformation, because you can see earlier in industry, the automated systems are very less. Physically, they had the API, excipients, and all those things that were happening in the industry. Today, if you go to walk into any GMP certified factory unit, you can see all systems being automated, starting from the paper filling to the punch of the tablet, packing, engraving the label, everything is completely automated. So if you are outdated and you don't upgrade yourself, you become difficult to survive in the industry. So equally important is that you upgrade your skill set on digital transformation. And luckily, PCI has also revised this syllabus based on NEP 2020, stating that right from the first semester of the forthcoming batch, there is complete transformation in the semester pattern for exams. The pattern is similar, but subject modality has been having a drastic shift from normal learning to machine learning and AI into it. So pharmacy students will also be experiencing AI machine learning even from the first semester itself. So your batch will be the last batch with no learning in AI and machine learning, and the forthcoming batch onwards, it will be upgraded learning in the industry to make them industry ready. So conferences, background of the digital transformation will have a standard point for you to learn and upgrade your own self. So do not take this session as a normal class or normal conference sessions. Listen to them carefully and try to retain in your mind for longer duration so that it will help you when you go for any career in industry. And as far as the pharmaceutics department is concerned, I always say Pharmaceutics is a department which transforms the energy of all other departments. Without Pharmaceutics, the industry cannot survive. Agree? Agree? Yes or no? Why? Why? Actually speaking, Pharmaceutics, they don't invent anything new. I'm sorry to say this. They don't do any new invention in molecules or new invention in terms of treatment modality or anything. They only modulate the existing dosage forms to patient-friendly forms by structural design variation and the mode of administration. And imagine if salicylic acid is not being invented from salicylic in the Department of Pharmacy, or you see any life-saving drugs like Taxol, tamoxifen, and vinblastine, doxorubicin, donepezil, anything you take, everything will find its source from either the natural source or the mineral source. So you cannot imagine consuming drugs as the mineral or the natural product. It is very difficult for us to consume, right? So to become and to make it palatable and acceptable by the patient, this department actually focuses on transforming the unbearable subjects to a bearable subject. As here, subject I mean molecule. So, along with the Department of Chemistry, Pharmacy, Pharmacology to find out the efficacy, and finally, when we are ready with the invention, we definitely need the help of a physics department to convert that into a finishable product which can reach market with an acceptable. Imagine somebody is going to tell you, we are the BFARM projects we have done, development of phase serum to use sleep. Imagine if Sutix is not there to support us. We will be applying for the extract. Will that be acceptable? Will that be acceptable? No, it won't. So to become patient friendly and market friendly, you need to show some kind of elegance. And that elegance is given by Department of Pharmaceutics. And I'm sure Dr. Shamshar is doing a wonderful job in terms of theory and practical to students. And by continuous support like conferences will add value to the department. And I wish a grand success for this event. And I expect more and more, particularly from this department, because there are not many things to be learned. Machine learning, you are the core. Cognitive person cannot speak about machine learning. Chemistry person cannot speak about machine learning. Practice cannot. Pharmacology cannot. But only department which can speak more of AI integration and machine learning to students is only Pharmaceutics. Instead of conducting only 2 conferences, I wish you conduct every month one conference on machine learning and AI to make the students industry ready by the time they leave the college. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. You have utilized only few minutes, countable minutes, to give the welcome address for this conference, but you have given a short, crispy, overall package on physical transformation. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you once again, ma'am. Now it's time for me to introduce our next speaker, Dr. V. Sandhya ma'am. Dr. Sandhya is B.Com, M.Com and PhD from the Tamil Nadu Dr. Medical University, Chennai. Ma'am has got 4 years of teaching experience with C at Vedmela College of Pharmacy and currently working as professor at our Faculty of Pharmacy, Vital Corporate. Ma'am has published 64 national and international publications, published 12 books and 10 book chapters to her credits. Ma'am has also added 8 patents to her credits. Ma'am is reviewer and editor in few reputed journals too. Ma'am received Young Scientist Award by International Scientist Awards too. Ma'am has also received Best Professor Award by Siramu Foundation. With this brief intro, I now invite our speaker Dr. V. Sandhya to take over the session. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, ma'am. I extend my gratitude to beloved dean Dr. Deepa ma'am for giving me the opportunity to address a novel topic in front of everyone, and I extend my gratitude to my fellow faculties and my dear students. So today my topic is 3D printing technology in pharmaceutical industry. So the agenda, what all we are going to see today. So what is meant by 3D printing technology and what will be the applications are there in pharmaceutical industry and the types of 3D printings and what will be the future perspectives and how the 3D printing will be in 2050. So what is mean by 3D printing technology? So mostly 3D printing will be called as an additive manufacturing techniques. So why it is called as additive manufacturing technique means in 3D printings actually the materials will be built as by layer to form a 3D dimensional object. So that's why it is called as an additive manufacturing. So rather than medical field, 3D printing technology has enormous applications like in biotech, prototyping, complex geometrics, and personalized product development. So in 2015, by using 3D printing technology, they have invented a tablet which will be called as an splitter. So that is an epilepsy tablet has been invented by the US-based pharmaceuticals, but till now it is not marketed in India. So only in US we are using the splitter tablet. So it has been manufactured by using a 3D printing technology. So what is the advantage in 3D printing technology compared to the conventional dosage forms? So it has a high porous structure. So while formulating any kind of drugs or any kind of dosage form in 3D printed technology, the first important thing we have to consider is porosity. So can anyone able to say what is meant by porosity? I hope you have studied about this in physical pharmaceutics. Can anyone? Okay. So porosity is nothing but the void space or empty space. You can simply say as an empty space present in the total volume of the tablet. So when a tablet is highly porous in nature, it has a tendency to absorb the liquids very fast compared to the conventional dosage form. So through this mechanism, it disintegrates very fast and dissolute the drug. So thereby, it reaches the systemic circulation in a faster way compared to the conventional dosage forms. So the main advantage in 3D printing is, so mostly the patients who are suffered by dyspepsia, so which is a condition they can't able to swallow, they can't able to eat anything like the normal people. And those who have had like cancer, like throat cancer, or some Alzheimer or Parkinson kind of disease, they doesn't know how to swallow the tablets. So particularly this 3D printing technology will be beneficial for those patients. So they have to take the tablet and they have to take a sip of water. So that will be sufficient to disintegrate the tablets. So compared to conventional dosage form, so within a fraction of a minute, it will be enter the bloodstream and the bioavailability will be reached 100%. So this will be the concept behind the 3D printing technology and how it will be beneficial compared to the conventional dosage forms. So how it started? So who has invented the 3D printing technology? Actually, this concept has been started in the 1980s by a scientist to be called as a Charlie. So he has invented the concept 3D printing, and later on in 1984 the instruments has been invented. Then later on 2014 the first 3D printing medicine has been produced. And 2020, the world first pharmaceutical 3D printer has been launched. So what are all the 3D printed drugs are available? The first one will be the polyfills. So simply it will be called as a single medicament, but it consists of different dosage forms. For example, immediate release, sustained release, prolonged release. So the drugs which has a different release pattern can be compressed as a single dosage form. That is one of the advantage of polyfills. The next one will be the implant. So in implant, it will be a lattice structure implant. So because of its interconnected junction, it has released the drug in a prolonged way. The next one will be the micro needles. So through micro needles, it might create a microplastic channels over the skin. So because of that, the drug can reach the systemic circulation without any pain. The next one will be the personalized tablet. So personalized tablet means compared to the other kind of dosage form, by using the 3D printing technology, we can customize the tablet. Like in what shape you want, what size you want, what dosage form you want. So like that, it will be a patient friendly. So based upon the patient's need and based upon the disease condition, they can customize the tablet. That's why it is called as a personalized tablet. The next one will be the modified release tablet. So this tablet will be as a will do the two purpose. Like it will do the immediate release and it will do the sustained release tablet. The next one will be the oral disposable tablet. So the tablet freedom, that is the oral disposable tablet. So with the sip of water itself, it will disintegrate and it will reach the dead state very fast compared to the conventional dosage forms. So how the drugs or how the dosage forms has been manufactured. So through the CAD software, we have to initiate what kind of design they need the tablet. Either it may be in a oval shape, either it may be in a circular shape, or either it may be in a rectangular shape. Any kind of shape we can fix. So through the CAD software, we will fix the shape. Then through the modeling optimizations. So how much dose it has to be filled. What will be the porosity? Because based on the porosity only, the drug degradation is there. So this will give the detailed note about the porosity, the internal structure, that and all. Then 3D printing. So through the 3D printing, it starts to print the tablet layer by layer. Then post processing. So mostly conventional. After manufacturing the tablet, it will go for the QC test. So the same way here also the drying, sterilization. So that process will be done in the post processing way. Then the final drug product. Then you get a final 3D printed tablets. So these are all the some of the techniques which will be used to create a 3D printing tablets. The first one will be called as a fused deposition model. So in this model, the drug will be loaded in the thermoplastic filament. Then it will be heated over the melting point of the drug. Then the molten material has been deposited layer by layer to create the tablet. So mostly controlled release tablet, sustained release tablet will be formulated by using the fused deposition method. The next one will be the semi-solid extrusion method. So through this method, the semi-solid dosage forms, for example, gels, hydrogels, viscous materials can be formulated. So here the mechanical strength will be low. Then the next type is inkjet method. So here drop by drop, the instrument will layer the material to form a 3D complex object. Then stereolithographic method. So here the photo sensitive, we can say as a photo induced material. So when the UV light are exposed to the liquid resin, it will be melted and it will create a drug or tablet in a layer by layer constructed way. So the key features will be the layer by layer fabrication. So it needs a CAD design. Then personalized manufacturing. Personalized manufacturing means it's based upon the customer needs. Then complex geometry. So which form we need? Either we need in a lattice shape or either we need in a honeycomb structure. So what are the shape the person needs? Based upon the customized way, we can get a tablets. So what will be the working mechanism? So actually how it works. So we know how the conventional tablets are we are manufacturing. So first we have to procure the raw materials, then we have to add suitable ingredients to it, like active ingredients, other excipients, binders, surfactants, etc. Then we have to mix it, then we have to grind it, we have to make it into a granulation form, then we have to sieve it to get a uniform size, then it has to go for the punching to get a final products. But here no need of that huge process is needed. So what is needed means we need a CAD software, then we have to feed the shape, in which shape we need the tablet. So the CAD software will convert that into the STL file, which is nothing but standard visualization language, then the image will be sliced into the 100 times image. So this will give the minute area of the minute details about the sliced image. Then it will start the process by layer deposition. Then after the tablet has been printed, it will go for the evaluation. For example, drying, dusting, cleaning. After that, you will get a final product. So why 3D printing? So already many type of dosage forms are available. So what is the innovation or what is the new in 3D printing means personalized medicine. So as I said previously, no need to do the mass productions. So based upon the individual person need and based upon the individual disease condition of the patient, they can customize the tablets. Then flexible dosing. So no need to take a frequent administration. So whenever they need, they can take the polypills. Because polypills may contain a different combination or different release of drugs. It may contain a immediate release, sustained release, or prolonged release. Then improve the patient complaints and complex drug design or drug release profile, and it may reduce the manufacturing waste. So compared to conventional, it can reduce the manufacturing waste by using the 3D printing techniques, and it may be a rapid prototyping. So these are all some of the possible 3D printing dosage forms. The first one will be the simple layer, or you can say a simple single layer tablet. So it will provide a uniform release of drug throughout the time period. Then multi-layer tablet. So the first layer will initiate the immediate release. Then the second and third layer will initiate the sustained release. Then shell core structure. So mostly the pulsatile drug. Do you know what is meant by pulsatile drug? Or pulsatile drug delivery system? Anyone? So based upon that disease condition, the drug will get released. For example, if anybody affected by arthritis, so they might have pain during the early morning. So what they will do means they will take the tablet at night, but the tablet never releases at the night. So after a predetermined lapse time, the drug will get released. So up to 0 to 6 hours, the tablet never releases in the body. So it will stay as such. So when the disease condition is severe, at that time it will give the burst release. That will be called as a pulsatile release. The next one will be the spiral structure, then multi-compartment structure, honeycomb structure, then concentric rings and grid structure. So the different structure we can be able to make the tablet by using the 3D printings. So these are the designs that have been available, like geometrical design. So what size or what shape you need, based on that you can fabricate it. The multi-layer, the internal architecture. So internal architecture may be changed. It may be a spiral, or it may be a lattice size, or it may be a honeycomb structure. This will be the cross-sectional view of the tablets. So what are the materials they will use in a pharmaceutical 3D printings? So mostly they may use bio-inks and polymers. So bio-inks we can say as a natural bio-ink, synthetic bio-inks. So bio-ink is nothing but it will give a layer by layer construction for the tablets. Then polymers. So what are the normal polymers can be used for constructing a 3D printed tablets? For example, HPMC, PVA, PEG, then polyvinyl pyridine. So those polymers will spill as per the atmospheric conditions or in the environment where it reaches. Then it will undergo erosion. Then it will release the drugs. So these are all the other than polymers and other than bioinks. What are the normal ingredients they might be used for constructing the 3D printing tablets? Like plasticizer, fillers, disinfectants, then API, then other additives. So these are all the type of 3D printing methods, like fused deposition modeling, then stereolithographic model, then digital light processing model, then selective laser scintigraphy. So this is a specialized model because through this SLS model only we have invented the tablet like Spreatum. So it is not available in India because due to some regulatory issues it has been not launched till now. But currently in US we are using the Spreatum tablet for epilepsy. So using this selective laser scintigrating method only we have manufactured the tablet. So other than that, it has a binder jet methods. then selective laser melting method, pressure-assisted microsyringe method, semi-solid extrusion, then 3D bioprinting, then inkjet method, then binder jet method. So each method has a different limitations and different advantages over one another. So what will be the regulatory consideration in 3D printing? For example, GMP complaints. So before we get into the any kind of manufacturing process, we must know whether all the documents has been complete with the GMP. Then quality by design, it is nothing but QPT design. So through the QPT design only, we will fix what kind of design we need the tablets. Then validation procedure, then stability studies. So compared to conventional dosage form, in 3D printing technique, it may face many stability issues because the mechanical strength will be low in 3D printing. So that's why till now there will be no regular or proper standard regulatory guidelines for manufacturing the 3D printing techniques. The regulatory approvals, etc. Then what will be the limitation and challenges? So materials. So for constructing the 3D printing tablets, not all the materials will be possible. So we need a specialized printed materials for manufacturing the 3D printing tablets. Then drug stability. So 3D printed tablets can easily absorb the moisture, so thereby the stability it may defect the stability. Then formulations. So while formulating the 3D printed tablets, we have to keep many criteria. So the materials, the polymer, the compositions, everything. Then quality control. So when we formulate the conventional tablets, we know what are the quality tests have to done. For example, if we manufacture any kind of tablets, we will go for fragmentation, then disintegration, dissolutions. This one is normally good. But in a QC or 3D printed tablets, we have to do a specialist evaluation test, which is nothing but micro CT scan. So this micro CT scan will give the detailed internal geometrical structure of the 3D drug. At the same time, Raman spectroscopy, IR. So some kind of specialist kind of technology or methods we need for determining the quality of the tablets. Then mechanical properties, then regulatory stability. So as I said, stability it may still there will be the lag in the stability because it may easily absorb the atmospheric moisture content at the same time. Compared to the conventional, the stability has to improve. Then clinical translation. So till even though the Spritam has been launched in US, but till now clinical translation has been going on Spritam. So what will be the manufacturing and QC challenges? So manufacturing slow production rate because in conventional form we can punch the tablet in a lakhs. For example, 20 lakhs tablet, 30 lakhs tablet, like that. In most way, we will manufacture the tablets. But here it will be the time consumption process because whenever we are manufacturing the tablet by using the 3D printing, we have to give the unit and we have to check all the parameters for the 3D printing tablets. There is scalability problem. Like conventional, we can't do as a large scale manufacturing because as it's for the person specialization, as per the person customer needs, we are manufacturing the 3D. Then equipment cost. So in equipment cost also the person who well known about the 3D printers can able to manage it. So specialized hardware, controlled environmental, then process monitoring systems. For example, if you see in a hospital, if anybody sees means they will provide food. But that kind of food will be safe for everyone. But through the 3D printing machine, based upon the disease condition of the individual patient and what kind of nutrition they need. So based upon that, we can prepare the food. Then art and craft making, then customized jewelry, then 3D printed buildings. For building constructions also, we can use our 3D printing models. So rather than that, in which area on all it has applications. For example, personalized medicines, then drug delivery system. So to release a drug in a government and when have to release a drug. So these are the things of the made by using the 3D printing technology. Then particles. So particles will consist of dosage form at a different distinct release profile, like immediate release, sustained release. So a single pill is enough to do all the release profile in a body. So no one will take the other drugs. Then microneedles, implants. So mostly implants to prolong the blood vessels in the body. So in which size the implants has to be needed. So how much dose has to be filled in the implant. This all can be customized by the person. So what will be the future of 3D printing in 2050? So personalized medicine and on-demand drug manufacturing. Actually, currently in China, they are practicing the personalized medicine and on-demand drug manufacturing. So what they are doing means, after the prescription has been written by the doctor, the prescriptions and what are the drugs are there in the prescription and be feed into the system. So the system information and the patient's CT MRI data has been fed to the system. So based upon that, what kind of dosage form can be given to the drug? Either it will be in a manner or how many or either frequency of dosage is needed. So everything will be given by the system itself. So based upon that, they will manufacture they will do the printing process at the same time itself and they will give the drugs to the patients. Then sustainable and green manufacturing. So by using 3D printing technique, we can minimize the wastage of the materials. Because in conventional form, only pointing during punching process, the wastage of materials may be happening. So that can be minimized by using the deep fraction. Then food printing technology. So customized food. So what kind of nutrition we need, that can be printed as in the form. Then printed electronics and wearable devices. So 3D printing are expected to monitor the vital signs. So till now we know by using the smart watch we can able to see the heart rate, isn't it? Oxygen level in our body, so already it's there. But in 2050 it was expected to monitor the vital signs of the organs. Then AI integrated smart manufacturing. So in 3D printing, so AI in future will be useful to detect the defects in the AI or in the manufacturing process of the 3D printings. So applications in the pharma industry. So 3D printing implants for long-term drug delivery and localized, we can do the targeted therapy and child-friendly shapes and flavors. So mostly children never like to take the tablets. So based upon their illness, we can convert the tablet into how they like the doll shapes. Then 3D printed films, patches can be inserted. It may improve the bioavailability of the drug. So what will be the future perspectives of 3D? So it might do the tissue engineering and regenerative medicines and 4D bioprinting. So in 2050, 3D will be the old technique. So 4D will be the novel technique at the time. So how the 4D will be helpful means, so they are trying to add a shape memory polymer. So recently we have invented the shape memory polymer. What it will do means, it will be a concise shape when we manufacture. When it's enter inside the body, due to pH, due to temperature, due to environmental conditions, it will change its shapes. Then it will go into its original shape. After it changes shape, it will release the drug. Once its work has been done, it will convert it into its original shape. So that kind of parameters and all we are considering while manufacturing a printable tablets. Then smart bioinks. So smart bioinks. So what it will do means, it will take the stem cells from the human beings with help of stem cells by action of some kind of polymers, cross-linking agents. It will manipulate or it will remodel the organs. For example, if you want for any transplantation, we need a donor, isn't it? If we have a transplantation we need a donor and we have to wait for it. So nowadays transplantation is easy, but previously it was not like that. But by using a smart bioinks, they can take their own cells and they can remodel the vital organs, whatever shape or whatever structure they need it as in a functionalized way. So this is how in 2050 will be. First we have to diagnose what kind of disease they may have. Then the prescription will be in a digitized form. Then it will go for the designing. So by using a CAD, it will design the dosage form. Then it will print. Then the personalized medicines will be reached to the patients. Next. So coming to the conclusion, so this image will show how the conventional way of manufacturing of tablets will be, and in future how it will be. So here you can see the mixing, binding, granulation, lubrication, tableting, and later supporting till it comes into the market. But in 3D technology, it was not like that. We have to mix, we have to code all the information in the 3D printer. It will give the 3D printer tablets, then it will come into the market. Thank you. If you have any doubts, you can ask.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sandhya. We all have seen tablet manufacturing process in our lab, right? Third year and final year students, we're all familiar how to make the tablets, whether it is conventional or by adding polymers to make the sustainability. But man has given a beautiful session on 3D printing of our same conventional sustainability tablet dosage form. Man, that is really new to us and was an excellent session to me too. Thank you so much. Thank you. Students can disperse. Thank you. There's some